Hello, dear friends. We continue working with essential oils and Neurographica combined. I believe essential oils, they have fantastic property for improving the immune system. So in the times of pandemic or in the times when we have a flu season, essential oils are the best for really making sure that you're not going to get sick. I'm using essential oils and we're promoting here doTERRA essential oils because we think they're the best on the market. They're therapeutically great. Some of them can be taken internally. We're promoting them because we believe that they can really improve your immune system and kind of keep you away from traditional medicine or work together with traditional medicine in order to speed up the process of recovery. It's also for emotional freedom. We've talked about some other oils like adaptive and lavender essential oil in order for us to work through our inner limitations or disbalance, right? Some blues that we sometimes experience. So they're really good for that as well as for digestion. There are some oils that work very well for that. And basically you could take a look at oils as the essential way of keeping yourself in a good state of mind and a good state of health. And today we're going to be talking about one of the blends, Deep Blue. Let me just show you. I'm going to only show you the rub because my husband went to upstate New York and he's got the oil itself. But usually it comes like in a small bottle, just like this one, with a little bit bigger cup, right? But it comes in a small bottle. I personally use Deep Blue rub more than the oil itself. When I have a muscle pain, when I have a discomfort in the body in certain areas, that's when I'm using Deep Blue rub. And right now, what I'd like to do, I'd like to share my screen where we're going to be talking about the property of the oil in more details. All right, so Deep Blue, surrendering pain, awesome. You know, right now, a lot of people stay home and there is a lack of exercises. People telling me that they kind of feel lazy to go outside even. Not doing as much physical as they usually do. In this case, what are we getting? We're getting certain discomfort, muscle pain. We may have some mild inflammations in the body. So Deep Blue is really good for calming those mild inflammations and pains in the body. So what it says here, it says that Deep Blue is good for physical discomfort. But also is very good for avoiding the emotions that actually connected with physical discomfort. That's true. It really attends from the both places, mind and body. The blend can teach individuals how to be observer of their painful experiences rather than over-identifying with them. Totally true. So when we apply Deep Blue rub on the painful areas, that's exactly what happens. First of all, we feel immediate relief. And second thing, emotionally, we're getting detached from the pain and looking at the pain from the point of view of the healing. At the core, Deep Blue teaches individuals acceptance and tolerance of their pain. It reveals the possibility that pain is not cruel or bad, but it's simply a teacher. That's good. I like the explanation from a spiritual perspective. From physical perspective, sometimes it's very difficult to tolerate certain pains in the body. So I believe Deep Blue is excellent for calming down those inflammations in order for us to come back normal self, continue our exercises and daily activities. Let's look at the ingredients that come into Deep Blue blend. Wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, ylang ylang, helichrysum, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus. Yeah, very interesting, right? So we're having really one of the best oils here. Wintergreen, it's really good oil by itself. And doTERRA also selling wintergreen separately from deep blue. Ylang ylang, very powerful. Helichrysum, one of the most expensive oils, also for the physical wellness. So combine all together, you can only imagine how all of them work on removing physical discomfort and pain, resisting pain, avoiding emotional issues, fears, right? And feeling like you're a victim of your pain. And that's exactly what this oil is doing. It removes the victimhood, feeling totally hopeless or helpless in the face of the pain. But again, spiritual aspect is just one, but physical aspect is also very, very important here, that you don't need to wait, you don't need to suffer from pain. You can easily apply either oil or the rub on the affected area and let it kind of penetrate your skin, and it penetrates deeper. It goes into your blood almost immediately and helps out to relax the pain. All right. And that's what we're going to be working today. We're going to be working today in physical issues, how we can, with the help of Deep Blue and Neurographica, work with the pain, how we can dissolve it, how we can make it easy. All right. So now let me go back, and I am going to switch to the drawing board. Give me 1 second, please. I have my camera here. And for some reason, it got disconnected. 1 second. All right, we are back to the screen. All right, let's just make sure that everything is visible, that we have a good connection and good focus here. And today we're going to be using colors of deep blue. Look at the colors, right? It's really deep, deep blue. I love this type of color. And you know, why blue? Why not red? Why not orange? It is because the cold colors really helpful for removing inflammation. You know, sometimes when people have unbearable pain, doctors telling them, just imagine how the shower of fresh rain is coming upon you. Because the color of the fresh rain is cool, it kind of pacifies the inflammation in the body. It could be green, it could be blue. Combination of two would be perfect for working with any inflammatory condition that you may experience. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today, just showing you different colors that you can combine together, the markers. And apparently we're going to be using pencils also from the same color palette in order to pacify the pain in the body, right? All of this is good. And the way we're going to be working with this, we would need to choose one of, let me see if this one is good, one of the markers. I suggest work with just one, specifically if you're new to Neurographica. And what we're going to do, we're going to kind of scan our body first. We're going to see it, and we're going to scan the body and see where we have a discomfort. And I feel like I have a little bit discomfort under my left shoulder and a little bit discomfort, not pain, but a little bit discomfort in my right knee. All right, very good. The way we're going to be doing it, we would need to kind of touch the paper and see where exactly we feel this pain may leave, pretending like we're touching our body here, right? Touching it and trying to identify where exactly I would like to see where my pain leaves. And it brought me here for the shoulder. And what I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to actually specify this area by creating the space for the pain. That's where my pain, it's a placeholder for my pain. And now let me kind of feel my right knee. And I think I am at the right place here. I'm going to specify where my right knee is. We're going to be working together with visualization. So I would advise putting some oils on the areas where you have discomfort and at the same time drawing, okay? You would sit down just like me. You would imagine where your pain leaves on the paper and create a bucket just like I did. And then start dissolving this pain with that deep blue color. How are you going to dissolve it? Just like that. First, you need to visualize that the blue light comes through the affected area. And together with Neurographica, you should see how that beautiful blue light or blue water, it could be water as well, or blue cloud, goes on top of this inflammation and reduces it by pacifying fire. You know, when we're talking about inflammation, inflammation comes from the word flame. It's red, it's hot. We really need to pacify it. And blue color or green color would be the best way to pacify. So visualizing how the pain goes away when we pour blue light, blue water on top of it, feeling it in the body, breathing at the same time. It is a meditative experience, guys. When we really thinking about how we are curing ourselves from those misalignments. And then what happens slowly but surely, we should feel like this area, affected area, really becomes less and less inflamed. That's the idea. That's the idea. So neurographic lines, what they do, they create this flow. And when we're going to connect everything, the flow is going to create a pattern. And within this pattern, everything is going to be healed. We're creating this healing experience with the blue color, okay? And it's important not just draw the lines, but feel how they affect your area. Feel it. Does it go away? Visualize the blue light that goes through this. How do you feel when you visualize that? Do you feel calmer? Do you feel that this painful experience goes away? How do you feel about it? That's what you need to really focus on. And when we pouring this blue light or blue water into the affected area, we feel emotionally also less attached to this pain. The pain is no longer controls us. We control this pain. And now it's a good time to create a pattern, right? And the way we're doing patterns in Neurographica, we are rounding
all the crossings that exist right here on the paper. Our goal is to create a beautiful drawing, still visualizing how the blue light heals the affected area, still focusing on this. And you see, like if you have a figure that is almost a complete figure, you just need to finish it. You see what I've done? I created a circle, just like that. I truly enjoyed the series of classes when we're working together with essential oils. We are healing body. We are healing our emotional state, specifically at the pandemic time, right? When we're staying home most of the time. Some of us don't, but a lot of people staying home. Although right now, some states already opened and people coming back to normal life, which is beautiful. And that's what we're doing. We are creating the healing pattern. You see, like it's very important to get in touch with the color itself. Here it is the deep blue color, the color of our oil or our rub. It comes in that form. And it's very important to get attuned to your body in order to feel how the body reacts on all of this, how it reacts, how exactly you feel when you are creating this healing pattern that penetrates the inflammation and heals it completely. Plus, you should feel calmer when you're doing it. The color is blue. When we're using bright colors, they create the opposite effect. Um, we basically feeding ourselves with the energy of the sun. But here we are totally doing opposite to that. We are going to the calmness, to the stillness, and the cool environment, cool air that goes on top of the inflamed area. And that's what we do. You see, you really need to like the way things are coming out from this practice. You really need to feel not only in the body, but also visually. You really need to like what's coming out here. Psychological work, but also artistic work. You're creating beautiful pattern of blue stillness. I like it. I like it. I enjoy the process. I hope you enjoy as well. How's the pain? To check back. Is it better? Is it calmer? You know, sometimes we need to do a case. Sometimes we need to draw several drawings in order to heal ourselves from discomfort, from pain altogether. That's what we need to do. And sometimes it's really nice just to keep quiet. I am talking because I really want to make sure that you guys getting the experience that you're supposed to get when you're drawing Neurographica for body misalignments. Working with the body is really a blessing, to be honest with you. With Neurographica, I have my students who come to me, and some telling me that all of the sudden the allergy is gone. Some people saying like they have pain here, pain there. Then They applied the oils and drew Neurographica together with this, and they've got so much relief out of it. So much relief, just like that. See this? I love it. We're creating beautiful pattern. We can add any neurographic figures to that. At any time. But I don't feel like doing it just yet. I may want to later. We just continue with creating the pattern. Just like that, guys. And from time to time, you really need to check back to your body to see how things are doing. Like my shoulder, the pain in my shoulder is gone. It was like a mild discomfort, and it's gone completely. I still feel a little bit my knee, but not as much. So what can I do here? I can add any figures, like I can add um, circle, just like that. Can add a circle. But remember, when you're adding figure, you really need to make sure that everything is rounded from all sides around on all crossings, because you really need to make sure that your circle or any other figure fits very well into the pattern, the whole pattern. So what we really don't want to do is to leave some open spaces where we see the crossing, but things are not really rounded, or we still have spikes. We can see them, then we would need to correct them like I'm doing here. It's okay to have some areas thicker than the others. Like here, I created some thickness here, but there is a reason for that. There is a reason. All right. So let me see. I may want to add another line here. I feel like kind of empty. And it's always good to have some water, like I have my water with me here. It's good to drink. Sorry. It keeps you hydrated during the practice. And since you're working with blue, just imagine how the blue color penetrates your body. You already applied the oil. You already applied um, healing balm, right? Blue rub. But now visualization is the powerful tool that allows us to bring our healing to extreme. Neurographica speeds up everything, everything. If you really want to get through certain period of time and you have certain goals that you have in mind, or you have some body issues that you want to heal, Neurographica is the way to go. Why? Because it really works on physical and emotional level. It is backed up by science done in Europe, that Neurographica really creates new connections in your brain. It creates new neurons, neurogenesis, and it creates the plasticity in the brain that allows the healing process to accelerate. So it attends neuroplasticity, neurogenesis, and as a result, everything gets accelerated. See that? So we can leave it like that. And now we need to add some colors using pencils. So I'm going to start coloring. I would suggest picking the colors that correspond to our marker because we're really working with deep blue, right? You remember that? And you should remember how we color in Neurographica. Everything gets colored in a way that we don't create mosaic. The coloring in Neurographica totally different from mosaic. It's opposite to mosaic, okay? You really need to create um, large figures using colors. And that's what I'm doing. I'm creating large figures, coloring segment after segment after segment. Okay. And my goal is just to create something very beautiful, something that I would like, that would make me happy. See that? So I'm using cool colors for the reason. I really don't want to aggravate the symptoms because I just worked very hard on them to pacify them. So I'm adding some cool colors here in order to continue pacifying pain or inflammation or tension in the body. It works on tense muscles as well. Sometimes I have tension in my legs. After exercise, I apply some deep blue, penetrates well, and immediately I feel much better. I feel healed immediately with this. All right, so we continue coloring. Don't use any bright colors here because it's not going to really help you to heal. You really, the idea here is to apply something that will give you coolness. And here I'd like to use this color, sky blue, or like a blue watercolor. And please remember, you don't have to color the entire work. You don't have to at all. You color to the point where you feel like, okay, I've got a complete relief from my pain. Or at least when you're getting 80% better. And you know, some people come to me and they're saying like, is that true that you can really relieve pain with this practice? Yes, it is absolutely true. And my students have reported to me, one person reported that she was able to heal her starting flu. Like everyone in the house got flu except her. But then she started feeling sick. What she did, she worked through this, through the starting symptoms by dissolving them, and she felt much, much, much better immediately after the practice. Isn't that beautiful? I think it is. When you all of a sudden feel like you're getting better, you don't have to wait days or even weeks sometimes, right? When we have something like that, it may take days or weeks to heal, but she did it immediately on the spot. She started to feel worse, and then she's done some drawings. Sometimes you need to decouple, and then she got back to normal. I think it's fantastic. Really is. So I want to color this one just like that, like a bubble, water bubble. You can make a little bit shady here, that you have kind of like a 3D experience with this. Ah, so nice. So cool, right? We need that cooling kind of effect here. And we see that we're getting this cooling effect with this practice. The waterfall, almost like that. It's like a waterfall here. That's how I feel about this. I'm gonna add more blue. And you know, when we're doing something simple like this, it's a simple drawing. Doesn't require any knowledge how to draw, how to color, no knowledge whatsoever. You're just doing it. You feel calmer just because of this practice itself. It gives that sense of satisfaction, calmness. Oh, how beautiful. I love it. I totally, totally love it. Let me make it green. And then here, again, we don't have to color the entire thing. You just need to make sure that we're getting the effect that we're looking for this practice. See that? Just like that. I would add some blue here. We never know how our drawing is going to look like at the end. That's the beauty of this. That's what we're doing. And let me see, maybe green here. I almost feel like it's water that just got spilled with some paint inside. Just like that, right? And emotionally, we also feel much better with this practice. Emotions are coming down. Mhm. Always check back to your physical body and see, you getting any better? Are you getting that healing that you're looking for? If not, then you need to continue coloring. It's almost like meditative experience with this practice as we go along and coloring components the way we feel like coloring. We're getting sense of calmness. That's what we want. We want to experience calmness, coolness. Just like that. Okay. More green. Feel like I need more green here. You can also add some yellow. You know, in Neurographica, what we say that yellow is always welcome. Why? Because yellow brings the healing power of sun, the healing power of gold, gold color. And gold has healing properties, you know. So we're going to add some yellow here in order to bring that power of healing with gold. And you notice I'm doing it all intuitively. I'm not really planning on ahead of how I'm going to be coloring things. I'm just doing it totally intuitively. All right, let's bring some yellow. I like to see some golden beauty in here. Ah, I added gold and it's like immediately shining. It brings life to this entire drawing. You see that? Like when you have things like this, you really need to correct them by extending. You see, I just corrected that. Nothing should look inaccurate in your drawing. So just add more of gold. Yellow is always welcome because it really brings everything to life. Everything all of a sudden started to look brighter, more beautiful. And you know, it's very hard to overdo in yellow color. Very hard to overdo. Just like that. And you do this intuitively. You don't really think about, oh, should I do it here? Should I do it there? What should I do? Maybe I'm not doing it right. Always right. You should go with your intuition, with your flow, your personal flow. Just like that. See that? How cool. And here we can add some yellow. Just like that. And here. You really need to go with your impulse. Wherever your impulse goes, that's where you go with your practice. If you feel you have to do it here, then do it there. Just like that. Okay. Now I would like to add more. Maybe here. Then I would need to add some yellow on top to integrate the colors. Just like that. See that? I think that's good enough. I personally feel that um, I feel fantastic inside of my body. Nothing really bothers me. The only thing what's left is to add field lines. We always add them at the end. They like have very powerful charge in the body. And they go, the field lines always go from one end to another end. They can cross, but they actually bring the result because they have a very, very high voltage. And when we add them, we just need to round them a little bit. Not everywhere though, only in certain places in order to manifest what we want. Like in this case, we want to manifest healing. Just like that. And while I'm doing it, I just want to say thank you for Natalie, to Natalie and to Ina Colton, who invited me to present my practice during pandemic time, helping people around the globe to find natural cures. Natalie Harris and Ina Colton. Thank you very much. All right, guys, I'm almost there. Just a little bit more. Just want to connect them. All right. And that's about it. Thank you for being with me today. And I hope you enjoy your drawing and get the real healing with Deep Blue. Um, here's the bottle. Here's the drawing of the bottle right here. And I'll see you at the next class. Stay healthy. Feel empowered with oils and Neurographica practice. Bye now.